to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV. We're here at the Brentwood Centre. It's Top Tier Resilience Johnny Clark Show. Mr. Tom Welland, we haven't had a chance to catch up since the big announcement. I've known this happened for quite a while, we've both known, but it's now finally out there, and to be announced on your 19th birthday that you are officially signed professional with Wasserman. So just how did that feel to see it in the posters, all the graphics up on all the social medias?
It's so surreal, do you know what I mean? It's one of the things that when you talk to someone and they try and explain to you the feeling, you never really get it unless it happens to you. So it's a very surreal feeling, and obviously he signed to one of the biggest promotional companies, I'd say, in the world. It's mad, like, it's crazy. With Channel 5 coverage and DAZN coverage, you can't ask for any more. So yeah, I'm very happy with the position I'm in.
Well, let's just talk about last night. I don't know if you saw it, but Channel 5 show there, it was like blockbuster. You had the Lyndon Arthur fight, then you had the Antwi and Cartwright fight, just wars. So obviously you don't want to be getting into wars just yet, but to know that you're in a position where in a few years' time, if you carry on performing as you are expected to do, because you come in expecting big things and you say that yourself, but that opportunity's there in front of a mass audience of the UK.
Obviously, there is a lot of pressure on my shoulders at the minute. There's a lot of expectation. My reputation, I do have to live up to that reputation. So, but I'd hope that when I do live up to that reputation, that I do get something out of it. And I know that I'm in good hands, and they will get me good fights and good opportunities. Obviously, I don't need wars right now. I don't need any wars, but that sort of thing, it would be a pleasure to box on Channel 5 and have an absolute war with someone. And obviously, the reputation will guide me, and I do think my performances will. They will kickstart me and they will put me in that position. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And obviously, love on Channel 5, you can't beat that either.
And the great thing as well about that is with Wasserman is they do have a partnership with DAZN as well. So if they can't get a date with Channel 5, then you're on DAZN, which is another massive platform which is brought in from Matchroom and, dare I say, even Misfits audiences. So good to know that a lot of eyeballs are going to be on you wherever you're fighting and whatever platform you're going to be on.
Yeah, definitely. For me, as a young prospect, it is all about eyeballs and exposure for me. So as many fights as possible on the biggest platforms, that's all I can ask for. And obviously, DAZN internationally, you can't, and even in the UK, you can't beat that. And Channel 5 domestically is one of the best channels you'll get. And if you can't watch on Channel 5, you've got DAZN. So again, like, it's all eyeballs, it's all big expectations living up to reputation. So that's all I can ask for.
How do you deal with that pressure? Because you did say it there, there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders going into your professional career. You've only got to speak to anyone who knows half of anything about amateur boxing, and your name is the top of that list for any sort of conversation. So going into that, probably away from the Olympian, during the top 5. So there's a lot of expectations on your head, but you feel like you're going to deal with that comfortably?
Yeah, definitely. I've always said to myself that if I can't live up to this pressure, then I can't live up to anything. And I do think I thrive under that pressure. I do come up to the occasion. My level is brought up by reputation. So I like the fact that I've got a big reputation. I've got a lot of people to prove wrong, and I like that. And obviously, coming out of the amateurs and transitioning into the pros with that reputation on your shoulders, it is a lot of pressure. But again, like I say, my performances, they will replicate all the work I've been doing in the gym and why I've got that big reputation.
Do you put pressure on yourself in the gym to exceed your limits?
Yeah, definitely. I do think. I mean, boxers don't do it. Your usual professional boxer won't do it. But you've got to be hard on yourself. If you come out of a spar and you think that you've done incredibly, you think they're the best both ever. You've got to pick holes in your own performances, and otherwise, someone else is going to do it for you, and it's going to be a critic. And with a reputation, like I've got a big reputation, like the reputation that I have got, I'm going to have a lot of people do that for me. So if I don't do it myself and I don't correct it before I do it on the world stage, then I'm going to get a lot of critics, and it will damage my reputation. So yeah, I'm quite hard on myself, I think.
Do you see people and think, fuck me, they've got so much talent, but they're not just putting in that extra level which you want to get to?
Yeah, you see it all the time. You see it all the time. There's so many people that are so naturally gifted at something, not just boxing, anything. They're so naturally gifted at anything, but they're really lazy. Like they're ridiculously lazy. But they're ridiculously lazy, and it is a waste of talent. And if you imagine you've got someone who's so naturally gifted at something, but they put the hard work in as well, it's a force to be reckoned with. And I do think I've got both. I think I'm a hard worker, I've got natural talent, and I'm always trying to exceed my own expectations.
When can we expect to see you make your pro debut then? Hopefully by the end of the year?
Hopefully I'll be out twice this year. Yep. So we're discussing dates in November, we're discussing dates in December. Them 2 months I'll definitely be out. I'll definitely fight twice this year.
We know Wasserman have got some big names in their stable, the likes of Lyndon Arthur who fought yesterday, Josh Kelly, Harlem Eubank. Could we potentially see you on the undercard of a big fight night like that?
Yeah, obviously again we're discussing dates and I can't quite say who yet, but yeah, we are we're looking at some big undercards, some big nights in London, all over the country and potentially worldwide. So there's been big things coming, it's exciting times coming.
Excellent. Tom, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV. I'll let you get on with United Boxing and see you soon, mate.
Thank you very much for speaking.
Cheers, mate.
You to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,